Hello and well, Merry Christmas. It's today, December the 22nd. It's the first day of my Christmas vacation, Christmas and New Year vacation. Last year I decided to upload a couple of Christmas 78 RPMs on my blog. I might do that this year too, but I haven't really figured out which ones to pick. Well, we'll see. But I thought I'd show you a couple of good Christmas records here, and both very solemn records and rocking records and a bit odd records and also, well, a bit curious records. The record that's being played now in the background, it's the record you see here. It's a record called Ikväll jag tänder ett ljus with the Swedish light pop singer Stefan Borsch. Stefan Borsch was first known as a singer in the popular Swedish dance band Vikingarna, the Vikings, in the 1970s, before he became a popular solo artist with a very pleasant tenor voice. This is a Christmas album that he recorded in 1981. I got it on a cassette when I was a kid, and I like it. It's not too soft and it's not too syrupy. He has a very clear voice, but it's not very nostalgic or not very. It's not too much, so to speak. So we start that. Stefan Borsch. Oops. Got this touch lamp that I managed to shut off. So this was the first record I'm going to show from the quite peaceful and Christmassy over to another group. This is very Christmassy, but more on the zany side. It's a group called Lars Vegas Trio. It's a group consisting of 5 people. Yeah, they are trio, with the leader and bass player Lars Vegas. They were very good at making satire versions of things that happened in the society and in the pop music industry. For once on this record they make fun of the ABBA keyboardist Benny Andersson's then current project when he released a record with a book, a CD with a book with the 100 most popular Swedish bird sounds, because he's very interested in birds. The ones that fly, the kind that flies, and they made their own version of the most popular snow scooter sounds. So this is a really zany album, Lars Christmas with Lars Vegas Trio, and well, it doesn't take Christmas that serious, but still it managed to, well, keep up the Christmas spirit. That shows that, well, you can have a laugh during Christmas as well. It's not always that serious. So I can recommend this. It's from 1992, so was more popular on CD by the time, but this is, of course, as you can see, a vinyl issue. And over to another zany man, we have the telephone comedian Kalle Sändare, and to describe what he did is very hard, because, well, he called people and talked to them, not telling jokes, not trying to be funny, but just confusing them. And when he was at his best, he was truly genius. And I know that all of you who are big ABBA fans here should really appreciate this man, because one reason that ABBA managed to stay together for so long and to go on all these tours without getting insane was the fact that they had cassettes with Kalle Sändare recordings that they enjoyed during their touring, and there are lots of Kalle Sändare jokes um, around ABBA. Charlie Transmitter, as they call it. So this is, he calls different people about selling Christmas ham and giving Indian language lessons. And it's from 1973, Kalle Sändares julbestyr. Right. This is also a record by Kalle Sändare, but this record doesn't have a Christmas theme. It has a saxophone theme and dance orchestra. Well, he plays the saxophone quite badly, I can say, too, on this record. But the reason why I show you this one when I'm talking about Christmas records is because this sleeve is a parody of this sleeve. I'll try to show them like this. And this is a classic Swedish Christmas record with an orchestra leader, and I have talked about him before in this blog, Ingmar Nordström. His first solo album, Juletid, Yuletime, Christmas time, from 1978, was a big hit, really big hit, kept selling all through the 80s as well. This may be a bit too syrupy from time to time. I prefer the records he made with his own orchestra. This is with Lars O. Karlsson's orchestra. But still, it's good to keep on in the background. Nice saxophone playing. Sweden's answer to Billy Vaughan. Okay, then what do we have here? Well, we talked about an ABBA connection before. This is a record called Tomteland. And it's credited to the Tomtebandet med Tomteknattarna. But who's that? Well, if you're an ABBA fan, I'm sure you've heard of Michael B. Tretov, who was their engineer, and also a bit of a comedian. I enjoy his recordings a lot. And the sound on his recordings, he was the great star of Swedish sound engineering during the 1970s and 80s. And this is a children's recording, children's album that he made in 1980, let's see, 85 I think, for CBS. Yeah, 85. And this album actually produced two big hits for Michael B. Tretov that he re-recorded later. Det var bättre förr and Den makalösa Manicken. And it's a jolly, it's a fun and lots of humor. He has a very special zany kind of humor that I enjoy a lot. So this is a nice Christmas record with lots of fun. And now over to, I'm not really much into gospel, but I can listen to this lady how many times. I can listen to her over and over again because she's so genuine. Mahalia Jackson. This is a Christmas album, Christmas with Mahalia from 1968, I think. I bought this maybe 15, 16 years ago, and it's so lovely to listen to. She has such a good voice, and she gives these songs such a spirited treatment. So it's a super good record. Christmas with Mahalia Jackson. All right, and over to the next Christmas record. And when I heard about this record was going to be released, I honestly thought someone was pulling my leg. It's Bob Dylan, Christmas in the Heart from 2000 and let's see, 09, I think. Yeah. And to be quite honest, I've had this record now for a couple of years. I like Bob Dylan, but I'm really not sure whether I think this record is pure and utter crap or whether it's genius. The jury can't really decide upon the decision. But still, I kind of like it. Although I'm not really sure I think it's a good record, but it's a fun idea, and I'm happy with this record. Bob Dylan, Christmas in the Heart. Now over to this record, Elvis Christmas album from 1957. This is not any original issue, but this is an issue that was released in 1985 when Elvis celebrated his 50th birthday, if he had been alive. And this is, from what I've heard, quite a rare edition. It has the same booklet as the original record, and it was released on nice green vinyl. And I got this record from my uncle when it was my 11th birthday. That was in 1985 when it was all new. So obviously this record I've got some special feelings for this actual record and issue. Very good music, Christmas music on it. Although I had another Elvis album before that I got, well, maybe in the late 70s when I was just a little kid. I was a great Elvis fan even back then. And it's this issue from 1970, Elvis Christmas album on RCA Camden. Many of these songs are the same as on this one, but never mind. Not all of them. This was my first Elvis Christmas album. And now, well, I managed to find this. Speaking about Elvis Christmas album, I don't know if you think that. I managed to find this beauty. Original German EP, Elvis Christmas album. A bit worn. The sleeve is a bit worn, but the record is in good condition. I found it at a flea market here in Stockholm. I only think I paid $1 or $2 for it, so it was a very good deal. Right. And then over to another interesting. I have to move the light. This. Over to another interesting Swedish Christmas single. The singer Anders F. Rönnblom with the rocking Christmas song Det är snön som faller. Big hit in the 1980s, and when I first heard it I thought it was so cool, and there was a very good rock video to it played on the Swedish television. And when it all gets too syrupy and too ho 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 and so much and so on, and then I play this. It's rough record, and of course the king of all Christmas recordings. This cannot be beaten. That's why I've chosen to show it as the last record in this bunch of Christmas record. It's Jussi Björling, Adams julsång, O Holy Night, but in Swedish, O Helga Natt, on RCA Red Seal. This is not an original pressing. This is from the 70s, I guess, but it was recorded in February 1959, the year before he passed away. But it has the orange RCA label, as you can see, so it's obviously a later pressing, but never mind. It can't get any better than this. Okay, then I think I've showed you everything I wanted to show you this time. I wish you all Merry Christmas, and hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.